I want to speak about happiness and ask the question, can we choose to be happy? Can we just decide one day that we're going to be happy and then be it? That's the question. You know, trees, birds, flowers, the stars, they have no concept of happiness. As human beings, we have consciousness, we have an awareness and a concept of being happy and unhappy. But that concept, the whole idea, only exists in our mind. The trees are happy because they have no concept of being unhappy. The birds that sing in the trees, they're happy. They have no concept of being unhappy. Now, some years ago I had a man come to see me. He asked for help with his depression, what he considered to be depression. I asked him about his life, and he said that his father and his father-in-law had died a couple of years back, and that put him in a bad space. He cared for both those men. So we spoke about happiness, my concepts of whether we could choose to be happy or not. And he said that he had an aunt when he was a child. He had an aunt that was his favourite aunt. She was a jovial, happy, wonderful woman. And she didn't marry till late in her life. And she married a man she loved and had a loving relationship. And then the man died. I saw her some months after that, and she was unhappy, obviously. She was miserable, which was completely different to how he'd remembered her throughout her whole life. He understood exactly why she felt the way she felt. And then some months later he met her again, and she was back to her happy self. And he asked her the question, oh, what changed? The last time he saw her, she was obviously unhappy, and he understood that. And she said to him, I woke up one morning and I decided I was going to be happy again. Now when he said this to me, it was like a light bulb moment for him. Anyway, so we spoke and I did some hypnosis with him. He was worrying about things. He was a builder, and there were things he was putting off in his house. There was a handle on a door that needed fixing, some plastering needing doing, and he was avoiding doing it. So when he was at home, he was not relaxing because he thought, I should be doing these jobs. So we spoke about happiness. He focused on the things that were important to him, his wife, his children, the people that loved him. And he decided to go home, spend an hour doing these jobs that had been putting off. Now, I never saw the man again, so I'm assuming he took his own advice. So the question I'm asking you is, can you just decide to be happy? I'd like you to try this for one day. Just decide, no matter what happens, what's going on in your life, you are going to be happy. Now, if you can do it for a day, you can expand it into a week, expand it into a month, and decide to be happy. You can choose how you want to feel, and that is a wonderful thought. No matter what's going on in your life, what's going on around you, you can decide to be happy.